What up? Peace, peace, peace. What up? Hope all is well, everybody. I wanted been meaning to do this video for a minute now and touch on this. Now I was noticing that I was reading Isaiah 53 a while back, and I want to get into it. Even the appearance of Yahushua of Christ, and how Most High He's balanced everything, and how He wanted, how even Christ's appearance was going to represent like who He was, and how how it would differentiate it, or like how it was opposite or from the other kings of Israel or Judah per se, but even the other kings of Israel of the nation of Israel. But I want to get this first. Let's go to Proverbs real quick, because the Most High made Yahushua that way for a reason. He created Yahushua that way for a reason. So I want to get Proverbs chapter 11:1 and it reads, "A false balance is abomination to the Lord, but a just way is His delight." So yeah, man, this scripture is so deep, and it connects to so many things in the scriptures, and in everything we read in scriptures. Balance, it's just crazy how much every time I realize like the balance of scripture, because it's really balanced. But back to the topic though. But so I'm reading again, but it says Proverbs 11, "A false balance is abomination to the Lord, but a just weight is His delight." So let's go to this First Samuel chapter. Let's go First Samuel chapter 16 verse 7. Anyway, all right. First Samuel chapter 7. First Samuel chapter 16 verse 7, and it reads, "But the Lord said unto Samuel, Look not on his countenance, nor his height, or of his stature, because I have refused him. For the Lord not seeth as a man, for the looketh on the outward appearance, but the Lord looketh on the heart." So yeah, man, the Most High, He sees the inward, man. He sees like I touched on in the past. He sees the inward, man. He doesn't really focus on the outward appearance of that. That we're gonna get to that later. But I'm reading again. "But the Lord said unto Samuel, Look on now his countenance, or the height of his stature. Have not, because I have refused him. For the Lord seeth not as man seeth. For man looketh on the outward appearance, but the Lord looketh on the heart." So yeah, man. The Most High, He looks at the inward, man. He doesn't really focus on the outward appearance. So let's go to First Samuel. Let's drop down to First Samuel chapter 16 and 12. And this is about the King David's appearance, man. And I'm all gonna connect this. It's First Samuel chapter 16 verse 12, and it reads, "And he sent and brought him in. Now that he was ruddy and withal a beautiful countenance, and goodly to look to. And the Lord said, Arise, anoint him, for this is he." So this is going to King David's appearance, his countenance. It says very ruddy. Does mean like he was light skinned. When it says ruddy, that's a whole another topic, because I'm not gonna get into that. But yeah, it means he was very light skinned. But and beautiful countenance. He's very handsome. He's very very handsome. That's King David. That's type of his appearance. I'm reading again. "And he sent and brought him. Now he was ruddy and withal of a beautiful countenance, and goodly to look to. And the Lord said, Arise and anoint him, for it is he." So this is when Samuel's looking for what was suggesting looking for the king. That the Most High commands him looking for the king. And David was the last to be chosen, because the Most High saw the inward man David, who he was. So let's go to Song of Solomon now. Song of Solomon chapter 1 verse 5. Now this is Solomon. I touched on this in the past too. This is Solomon. How his countenance, how he looked. How he says, "I am black but comely, O daughters of Jerusalem, in the tents of Kedar, and as the curtains of Solomon." So this is Solomon going into his count. This is a description of Solomon. How he looks. It said, "I'm black, I'm dark, I'm very comely." Very, we say attractive, to people, to outward appearance. He was very attractive, comely and attractive. So I'm reading again. It says, Song of Solomon. I am black but comely, O daughters of Jerusalem, as the tents of Kedar and as the curtains of Solomon. So you see here, Solomon was, a very, he says he's very comely, attractive, man. So let's, but see, I just want to show you the balance of this, how, this all relates to how it's all goes into, how this all ties in to Christ, and how it's the balance of the Most High, and how He made Christ, and how. And it reads Isaiah chapter, how this is. First of all, I want to say how this is kind of. This is really just an observation that I know. It's like, okay, this is how other kings looked, and this is how Christ looked. But it was going to define, like, who He was and what He came here for. He wasn't, meant to be. He was meant to be a different type of king, other than the other kings of Judah in the past, or the other kings of Israel in the past. He was supposed to be a different king. So, this is Isaiah chapter 43, verse 2. And for he shall grow up before him as a tender plant, and as a root out of the dry ground. For he had no form nor comeliness, and when we shall see him, there is no beauty in that we should desire him. So I'm gonna read it again. For he shall, Isaiah chapter 53 and verse 2. For he shall grow up before him as a tender plant, and as a rod out of dry ground. For he had no form nor comeliness. And when we shall see him, when we shall see him, there is no beauty that we should desire him. So Christ, that just defined who Christ was. That's what I know. That's what it says. He was a very austere man. That's why he wasn't very attractive to look at. It's like, not only people despised him because what he was doing, what he was saying. Not all people, of course, despised him. Some did believe, but most of that did. Not only did he the stuff that he was doing was different from, was just like, there was confounded by the doctrine that he was kicking, things that he would say, but his physical appearance as well. I was like, okay, he's not even like this is the king of the Jews, but he's not like the King David was, or Solomon was, like, not attractive to even look at. This is a man that's very, he came and be a different type of king. He came in to handle his business. So that's why the balance of that, and I think, and I was reading that, and I just thought about that. I was like, when I really sat and meditated on Isaiah chapter 53 and verse 2, like, into Christ's appearance, that's the reason why he was made that way, because Most High, he wanted Christ to be a different type of king. He wanted to kind of be different from David or Solomon. So I'm gonna read it again. For he shall grow up before him as the tender plant, as a root out of a dry ground. He hath no form nor comeliness, and when we shall see him, there is no beauty that we should desire him. So, and he is despised and rejected of men. Verse 3, he's despised and rejected of men, a man of sorrows and acquainted with grief, as we hid our faces from him, and we despised and esteemed him not. So yeah, man, that's what happened throughout Yahushua's Christ's life, man. And but I really, and that kind of all ties in together, how even his parents tied into who he was, very serious, very to business. And I'll read out, like, there was different kings, like King David and Solomon. They they're very, like it says, comely to look at, very attractive. But this king will be a little different than the other kings. So that just goes back to what I was saying about the balance of the Most High, and how I even caught that. I was like, wow, this is really how the Most High is balanced. So let's get Sirach, and I'll probably close out with this. Sirach chapter 11 verse 12. My bad, y'all. I kept stirring, like, the whole video, because I'm very excited about touching on this, because it was an observation that I had, and it was I just want to bring it out because it was very, very interesting to me. So I know I was kind of, I was very hyped throughout this, but hopefully it's edifying for y'all, because I'm still trying to work on things, how I do this. This is really the point, though. Honestly, this is Ecclesiastes, also known as Sirach, chapter 11 and 12. So commend not a man for his beauty, neither abhor a man for his outward appearance. So yeah, man, because at the end of the day, the Most High, he's really focused on the inward, man. So all that, even it was different, like, especially now that what America teaches, I mean, of course we all have our, with our physical attraction, but Most High at the end of the day looks into the inward person, the inward man, the inward woman too. I think that's in Proverbs as well, because it was it's kind of different in the ancient world, but yeah. So I'm reading again. That's what the Most High focuses on, not the outward appearance. He focuses on the inward person, the inward man or woman. So, all right, it's Ecclesiastes chapter 11, verse 12, and it reads, "Commend not a man for his beauty, neither abhor a man for his outward appearance." So yeah, man. So yeah, that's the reason why. That's the balance of the Most High. So that's why, that was the balance, because the Most High made King Solomon, David, and even other kings, comely, attractive, look at, and they were, but Christ, they said there'll be no comeliness, no beauty, but focus on what he says, and rather than how he looks, focus on what he does rather than how he looks. So, I just wanted to touch on that. That just deals with the balance of the Most High, man. How, I don't know, it's just observation, man. So hopefully this is edifying. So hopefully I was edified by this, man. So peace.